we will be more interested in the functionality of the software. See, we don't have to worry about what is there inside the mobile phone. We just focus on the functionality of it. So it is the software. I have been talking about the functionalities of it, not the technology part of it, which engineers or the engineering colleges focus on. So any questions from the previous presentation, you can ask me. And then we can continue with the next topic, enterprise resource planning. It is more of technical, but I'll try to make it more functional. Any questions you have from the previous topic? Hope it was reaching you all.
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions you have? So that we can go to the next topic. And all of us have used Zoom calls, Google Meet for our classes when there was a pandemic. And all of us have experienced this. I think all of you can connect yourself with the businesses which we discussed, starting from the e-commerce or e-business, e-government. Every day in life, we will be interacting with this device, and there is an interface. Anything to say from the participants? See, there are participants from finance, HR, marketing, and different streams, maybe OR or supply chain. So now the next topic would be the integration of all this, which in the organization, we have many departments, like we have specialized in different areas. Though it is a technology, it cannot run without people. Yeah, I may have best of the laptop, best of the smartphone, but I need a person to talk to, or I need somebody with whom I should have a connection. Otherwise, it is of no use. I should know how to use it, and the receiver also should know how to interact with it. So otherwise, technology is of no use today. Yeah, it is the people who make it work. It is us who make it work. So the next topic is ERP, enterprise resource planning. One sec, I'll just share the slide. The word is enterprise resource and planning. So enterprise is a business. The resources in the organization have to be integrated here. This is a software which will integrate all the functions of a business in a single platform and single database. So technology has evolved so much. Otherwise, yeah, there was no other way to meet each other. So in the organizations also, there are so many people working together like we do. Yeah, they need to interact like the way we are doing it right now. So there is a top level, there is a middle level, there is a knowledge level, there is an operational level. There are various departments like sales and marketing, manufacturing, finance, accounting, and so on. And complexity of the businesses increases, in the big organization. When there are many products, many services, many geographical areas, the complexity of the businesses will be more. So in the year 2000, Yeah, when the revolution took place, say in the year 2000, there was a Y2K bug. Yeah, everyone were worried about Y2K bug. Year 2000, 2K is 2000. When IT has started in the 1960s, 1950s, what they did was, yeah, they were using last 2 digits of the year. Say 1950, they were using only 50 to store in a computer. If it is 1960, 60 is used in the computer. If it is 1970, 70 is used in the computer. When 1999 came, the systems were using dates and all other records have been stored as 99. Yeah. In the 2000, what will happen? In the year 2000, what will happen? Can anyone tell me? See, in the beginning, when computer systems, information systems were started, they were using 1950 as 50, 1960 as 60. Yeah, while writing the dates. Yeah, 1970 as 70, 1980 as 80, 1990 as 90, 1999 as 99. When 2000, what will happen?
Y2K problem.
What is
That
that?
is 000 problem. 2000. That should not be converted into this one. The system is not taking. Instead of getting 2, it's taking 1000 like that.
Yeah, it was storing only last 2 digits, 70, 80, 90, 99. Last 2 digits become 00. Now you cannot distinguish whether it is 2000 or 1900, yeah, or 1800.
5000.
Yeah,
It was
the
popularly
data,
called as a
entire
Y2K
data,
problem.
yeah. Yeah, you are saying something. Yeah. So computer could not recognize whether it is 1800, 1900 or 2000. Yeah, or 2010, because it was storing only last 2 digits. So entire organizations, entire businesses were affected by this, who were using the old systems. So they have no option. Entire data will become 00. Yeah, and they cannot separate it whether it is 1800 or 1900 or, yeah, because only last 2 digits were stored in the computers. So here the companies which started IT in the beginning, yeah, they were under threat. The new companies after 2000, they don't have all this risk, but the companies which started before have this threat of data. Yeah. So companies can be divided as a, say, technology natives and technology migrants. Say my parents or my grandfather, they don't know how to operate a smartphone. My parents recently learned how to operate it, how to use the smartphone. So they did not know adne heng use ಮಾಡೋದು, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಳ್ಸೋದು, ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೋನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಇದನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲೈನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೋನು, ಇದನ್ನ ಬಟನ್ ಫೋನು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. Yeah, but my daughter, she knows how to use the smartphone. Yeah, she is small, still knows how to use the smartphone. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟದಾಗಲೇನೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ. So technology natives and technology migrants. Technology natives ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗನೇ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ್ಲೇನೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಮೈಗ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಔಟ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹೊಸ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮೈ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಈಗ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೋನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೈಗ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಮೈಗ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಇವಾಗ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇದೆ, ದೇ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಅವರು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ್ಲೇನೆ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದು ಓಲಾ, ಓಯೋ, ಝೊಮ್ಯಾಟೊ, ಊಬರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಈಗ ನಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್, ನರ್ಸರಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ರು. ದೋ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಗ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. and they never touched. Senior professors, who did not use the computers also learned, made an effort to use Zoom or Google Meet to conduct classes. So those are all migrants, technology migrants, who learned the technology and using it. So there are companies which were there before 2000. Those are the companies who have migrated to advanced technology and learned how to use it. Those are the companies which are called technology migrants. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ತರ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ we will have all these departments: sales and marketing, manufacturing, accounting, functioning. ಹಲೋ, ಏನಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಂಗ ಆಯ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, so the complexity will rise if you have more products, more services. Say Tata company ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈಗ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ವರೆಗೆ there are so many products. ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಇದೆ, ಟಾಟಾ ಮೋಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಇದೆ, FMCG ಬೇಕಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಟಿ is more in those companies. They have more branches, more services, more employees, n number of customers. How do they manage? Without IT, you cannot manage any business today. So ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದುಡ್ಡಿದೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಇದು ಔಟ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಕಂಪನೀಸು ದೇ ಬೈ ನ್ಯೂ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಆನ್. ಸೊ ERPನೂ ಹಾಗೇನೆ 2000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ Y2K ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ migrated to the better technology, Y2K, to overcome Y2K problem, and then to have a robust system. Robust system is the data should be secured. And to why do we invest so much on smartphone, laptop and technology, ERP? Why do we invest so much? What is the use of using these technologies, information systems? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ವೈ ಡು ವಿ ಈಗ 1 lakh ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ? 1 lakh ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಪಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ. ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ದೇ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಫೈನಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. It is becoming a strategic resource. Like 5Ms ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೇನೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ strategic resource. So to have that right person, right time, right information, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯೂಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಬುಕಿಂಗ್, ಅಷ್ಟು ರೋಬೋಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಅಷ್ಟು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಇದು ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಧ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೋಬೋಸ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಇಬ್ಬಿಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಈಗ ನಾವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹತ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೆವರ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ದ ಬುಕಿಂಗ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನು
ಮೇಡಮ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಹಲೋ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಈಗ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಾನು ಒಂದ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ.
ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Thanks for the information. I was not aware. Yeah, thanks. So the railway booking, I just repeat for the people who did not understand my the Kannada translation. The railway booking from Bangalore to Delhi, there may be so many stops where wherever you want you can get in. So railway booking platform should be so strong to accommodate all the passengers, without there is a conflict of the seats or the misbooking. So the information technology used in aeroplane or railways or in the telecom should be so robust, for the users, for their easy and convenience traveling. So we have here we have mentioned 4 levels of management: the strategic level, the knowledge level, and the operational level, and the middle level management here. So each cell which you can see here have a different systems in place. So here there will be a at the lower level they will be using transaction processing system, knowledge work system, MIS, DSS, and executive support systems at the top. So all these systems have different features and different functions to perform. So moving on to the ERP, what does ERP do? ERP is a software which integrates all the departments, whether you are a finance, whether you are a marketing, whether you are an HR, whatever you study in MBA, you will be placed in front of a computer. See, our students take up so many specialization. Whatever their specialization, irrespective of their specialization, they will be placed in place of a computer. And there is an ERP software which integrates their business process. So they will be using it irrespective of their specialization. So ERP is not a IT, it is a functionality which is integrated. Don't think that it is a software, I don't have to use it. But being a finance person, being a marketing person, everyone need to use it when they are working for a company. So it is integrated and covering all functional areas. It covers almost 99% of all the functions in the businesses. So it performs a core corporate activities, increases customer satisfaction by augmenting corporate image. Right time, right information for a right person. So that's the reason we invest on the technology. So otherwise what happens if we don't have a information, if we don't have a ERP, what happens? What happens is there is an island of information which is created. What do you mean by island of information? So island of information is this. Say you have a marketing, you have an HR, you have a finance, you have all of them are working independently and in isolation. So there is no connectivity here. There is a standalone systems which have been installed in their departments. They have their departments and there is a system which is connected only to their department, not to marketing, not to HR, not to production, not to warehouse. So they don't know what's happening in marketing. They don't know what's happening in HR. They don't know what's happening in manufacturing until the person comes and gives the information. Until marketing person goes to the finance and gives the required information, he has no clue. Otherwise, he has to send a mail, he has to send a WhatsApp, and then he has no information until unless he is integrated. So it creates information islands. So there is a information which is missing for us to make a decision. I cannot take a decision because there is an information missing in this. So the difficulty to get timely and accurate information. So because of this islands, it is very difficult, and I have to wait till marketing sends me the information, or till I receive the mail from marketing or mail from HR. The finance department has no clue. Yeah. It is time consuming, and we don't get timely information, and it is there is a information totally cut off from other department. So there is an heterogeneous hardware and software. Say marketing is using the TCS company product, and the HR is using the Infosys product. Both are different softwares. HRMS is different, CRMS is different, SCMS is different. All different softwares have been used in different department, and there is no compatibility between the software and the hardware. So which leads to poor connectivity and the problem in information transfer. So people will suffer from this in working in an organization if they are geographically isolated, and they have no sufficient information to make decisions at that particular time. So poor connectivity between the different organization location. One sec, I'll just have. And absolute technology becomes absolute so fast, and if you don't upgrade in time, the technology becomes there will be in Google Pay, you have Google Play Store, you have experienced this. Your software gets outdated and you have to update. There is packages which will add to the existing application, and then it becomes current. So you need to update continuously. So the service packages will not be available in many technologies, so it becomes outdated fast. So resistance to change. Any implementation or any IT will have a resistance from the employees. Say when public banks went for core banking core banking, the Canara Bank or the SBI, all the employees, there was a resistance. So because they could not learn the computer, they could not learn the technology. So what banks did was they arranged the training courses for them. They arranged the sessions for them, demonstrations for them. Then also many people did not learn because of their limitation. So the VRS facility was given to the employees. Yeah, if you cannot learn, you leave the organization, we'll recruit the youngsters. Yeah, so that was given to the option. The VRS option was given to the employees, many employees who could not learn the technology advancements or to adopt the technology in their work. So lack of proven manpower to develop integrated software. Say there is a sales software, there is a HR software, there is a finance software. There are so much of internal in-house employees lack skills to integrate the softwares within the organization. These are the problems which are faced by many organizations in the world. So then comes the solution. So problem is we are getting the right information at the right time and the right person, right time, right person and right information. So that is the problem which we are facing. So what is the solution is, the company has to find one software which gives all this. So the ERP came into picture because of all this. There was a problem that there was no sufficient information to do their job. So they came with a better management by implementing ERP. For cycle time reduction, from the raw material to the production, it become faster. Allotting the people, assigning the people, and then giving the information to finance, payment, and the raw material. All this have come in line, and it reduced the production time as well, cycle time reduction, and then to achieve cost control and low working capital. But ERP itself cost high, and ROI, return on investment, will take around 5 to 6 years. So you just cannot expect a return on investment overnight or in 1 year. So the companies will marry the latest technologies by implementing ERP. They have that, and they don't have to worry about the competition, because they have a robust technology in place, and they have put so much on that technology. So geographical gaps have been shunned, because by technology, it doesn't matter whether you are in Mysore, whether you are in America. It is the same way we are communicating. So geographical gaps have been shunned because of the technology. Even the person who connects to this class by America will have a same quality of delivery, and the receiving the same quality of the video, audio, and the content as you all receiving. So there is no geographical gaps in when you use this technology related. So ERP will cover most of the geographical areas, whether it is in Asian, European, African, the American, all continents have been covered by ERP today, to satisfy the customers with a high expectation and to be competent and for the survival. It is become a necessity today, and it is must for the companies. Many companies, small, medium, or big companies, are installing, implementing ERP software, are migrating to ERP software. If they are not using, they are migrating the ERP software today. So software solution that addresses the enterprise's need, taking the process view of overall goals and tightly integrating all the functions under a common platform. Here we have to remember two things. One is common platform. It means I'm using, say, the Windows PPT here. So you will be also using the same, accessing the information, same platform. So it will be integrating all the stakeholders. It may be internal stakeholder or external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders are employees, or a management, or investors. Our external maybe the customers, or to the partners, suppliers, or government, or the distributors, or any channels of distribution. All these are connected with a single platform, and there is a single database. It is two things. One is single platform and single database. So you don't have to maintain separate database for finance, separate database for the marketing, separate database for the HR. All three are integrated in a single database. So all the departments gets the relevant information at the right time, the right person. You can give the access. Lower level can only access this information, not beyond that. Middle level can only access this information, and top level can see the entire, the triangle, entire information. All these rights can be given in the software so that they can see whatever the information they want. Yeah, the manager, marketing manager can see the data of his own team, how it is performing, the reports, MIS report, weekly report, monthly report, quarterly report, biannually report, annual reports. All this can be extracted by the manager, and he will be reporting to his top global head or the national head. Yeah, he can, the national head can see all the information under him. So under the single database, it can be stored. So the finance can access how many employees have been working for this project and can make the payment for this project. Yeah, so they can have access to the marketing, how many sales have been done. Yeah, and they can send the production can take up the stock, whatever they have, and can start the production without any information required from the teams. They can, on their own, they can do their job. So that's an empowerment in the employees by installing ERP. Evolution, how did this take place? Yeah, we just discussed Y2K problem. Yeah, 1960, it was only used, systems were only used for inventory control, not for any other things. There were information systems only to control inventory. In 70s, there were material resource planning systems were introduced to the existing inventory control. So inventory with material planning and procurement processes automated. Next, 80s, extended MRP to shop floor and distribution management. Also, these packages are added. So this 1960, in after Second World War in 1945, there was a very shortage of the food, and there is a shortage of raw material. That time also information systems were used, and there was a war, operation research techniques were used to get the right items, yeah, weapons, food, and other scarce products at the right time. Yeah, and to use the shortest path method. All these technologies were used then only. Yeah, there were so many people who were working on the path to follow. Yeah, all this were done then. So over the year it evolved, and they took a stock of inventory, they took a stock of all the materials, and then the shop floor and distribution management. In 90s, the ERP started evolving, but there were no companies, few companies were only using that. After 2000 onwards, yeah, all the companies, majority of the companies migrated to the ERP and started using the technology. So the evolution took place over the year. So enterprise resource planning, it's called as enterprise system. Manufacturing is connected, accounting is connected. You can add on many departments depending on the complexity of the businesses you have. You can have many departments if you are big. If you are a small company, you will have few departments. So depending on the company size, complexity, you can departmentalize and you can use this software accordingly. And the benefits would be, it is one organization, form, structure, and organization, so that one software, one process, one organization, then one database. Entire organization, whether you have 100 branches or 10 branches, it doesn't matter. So everything is connected to the organization. It doesn't matter whether you are a standalone company, whether you are a diversified company, or whether you have a conglomerate. It doesn't matter, because software manages, connects everybody. So the firm-wide knowledge-based management process, and there is a unified platform all of us use the same software. So there is a problem with the usage. You can tell the technology team don't have to go there. They can remotely operate and can direct the employees the right use of the software wherever they are, because it is a unified platform, and the training can also be given. There are many versions of softwares available. Yeah, it may be the 21, 22, 23. We use the SPSS, right? There is so many versions. So like that, there is maybe upgraded versions of softwares which are available also in this. And then the challenges may be, yeah, the implementation will be very difficult because people are already working and stick to some process, and you have to move them to the new software, and there may be a resistance, there may be difficulty in learning, there may be delay. All this can hinder the process when they take up the new system, enterprise systems. So there may be a cost which you have to pay upfront to the vendor. If you are purchasing SAP software or the Oracle software, there are so many costly software. It is not it's a capital management. It is not an easy decision. There are so many CIOs, CEOs, CTOs, CFOs, COOs, CEOs, all C-level executives have to come together and to take a decision, strategic decision, to invest on the ERP. And there is some hard to realize strategic value faster. It may take 5 to 6 years to implement, to get the return on the investment and to increase the productivity. So it is repetition, and the software must be responsive. It should be a modular, flexible, easy to add functionality. Say tomorrow I come up with a new product or a new process. Yeah, the software should be so adaptable to add a new functionality. Yeah, I am into FMCG. Tomorrow I may start the skincare, new skincare solution. Yeah, new product altogether, maybe atta or the grains, food grains. All these different departments altogether need to be added to the existing software. So this need to be taken care when you install. So before implementing any system, you have to do a feasibility test. Any software, any information technology implementation requires a feasibility test. Feasibility test means you have to know whether it is feasible for you to have a system. Feasible means whether you have a sufficient money, whether you have a hardware, software, databases, networking, yeah, whether buying that software results in solving your existing problem. The problem which I am facing is not getting right information at the right time. By installing ERP, do I overcome this problem? Will there any inefficiencies, errors holding your enterprise back? Or does your organization have a right tools to pursue future business goals? Could an ERP system solve your current pain points and get set for growth? All these questions need to be answered. Yeah. Then only if you make a decision. If not, you will not go ahead. You will stop here. My existing system, existing software is fine with me. I don't need the ERP. If these questions are not answered, if it is not yes, yeah, then you have to go ahead. Next feasibility will be whether I have the resource, whether I have a money to buy this ERP. If not, don't go it. Whether anyone gives me the loan, yeah, or do I get from money from other sources? Yes, go ahead. Do you have a personnel who can dedicate time fulfilling functional and technical requirements of the software project? Do I have a people who can understand ERP? my employees should understand. It is the people who make it. If not, can I train them? Yeah. By training them, will they learn? If not, can I, yeah, right size it? Right sizing is a terminology which is more used in IT companies. Yeah, they remove the employees and right size it. Right sizing it means remove the excess employees. So can I remove them or recruit the new one? Can I hire the new employees who knows the ERP, or can I outsource it to the other agencies to manage it? Are your stakeholders and executives willing to fund the implementation? It's a feasibility assessment here. If yes, then you go ahead. Otherwise, you don't install ERP, you stop it. Technical assessment, whether I have a software, hardware, networking, yeah, database, yeah, the connectivity, electricity. Do I have all this? If not, can I invest on that? Can I buy? Do I have a sufficient money to buy all this? Yeah, if yes, I'll go ahead. Otherwise, I'll stop it here. So technical assessment is, do I have a people who know the technology, who can operate the technology, who can help me to implement the technology? If yes, I'll go ahead. If not, can I recruit? Yes, I'll go ahead. Otherwise, no. So you have to first assess your requirement, need assessment, resource assessment, and then technological assessment, and then the culture. Whether my company need this ERP, people will use the ERP. Yeah. Can I provide the necessary training and communication to encourage user adoption? Whether there is a barrier, resistance from the people, resistance from the employees, all this have to then the benefits of ERP feasibility study is you can make an informed decision whether to go ahead, yes or no, not in between. Yeah, there is a full right or a wrong decision. So you can mitigate the risk in future. Yeah, you may start the project and in between you have no technical knowledge, people, no money, no resources. The project may stop in between. So to mitigate that risk, you need to do a feasibility study. Otherwise, you will have a problem in future. So you have to check that. So to gain the comprehensive feedback from the employees or from the lower level and from the top level, and to form consensus. Consensus is all of them come together for a one decision. One decision is that they go ahead with the implementation of ERP or they may stop it there. So the feasibility study is must for any IT implementation in organization to have a effective implementation in place. So this is called a planned change. Planned change, any change will resist. Say, I'm a vegetarian. If there is a non-vegetarian food, my body will not accept. I have a resistance that I will not eat that. Or every day I'm getting at 10 o'clock. So the New Year resolution is to get up at 5 o'clock and go for a walk. So my body will not support it because every day I have been doing this. So there is a resistance for any new change which takes place in individual life or in the organization as well. So there is a model called Levin's model where they say unfreezing, moving, and refreezing. You have to unfreeze, unlearn everything. If I say I know everything, then I will not learn anything because I don't listen to the things. I don't care for learning things. So what I should do is to unfreeze first, whatever the process we are following, you unfreeze it, and then you learn the new thing, and then you set that, refreeze it, practice that. Yeah, continue doing it. Next, advancement, again you have to learn. Yeah, you have to learn and then to upgrade yourself. That has been a process in a plan change. So there may be an exploring, diagnosing the problem, planning for the change, actions that need to be taken, transformed to the actual change effort, stable change. All these are essential in a IT implementation. It should be a plan change. Hope I am reaching you all. So, any questions till now? Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, following you.
Yeah. So, any IT implementation, there is a resistance. So we do it in smaller version. We don't put the higher change. Yeah, or we go for a smaller change in the beginning. So we are doing it and we just get a small software and implement it. And then instead of working in Excel, you shift to a Tally. Instead of working in the Word, you shift to a other software. So a small change in the existing process to the new process. So there is a low risk and low return. So that is called automation. See, we are all following manual attendance in the offices. So they make a biometric, only your finger. Yeah, the user also friendly with that, and it gets recorded automatically. So just an automation. Yeah, you go to a mall. Instead of making the bill in the calculator, he puts everything optical scanner. They just scan the food packets or the material, and automatically bill will be generated. So that is called automation. So there is small change in the existing process, which is low risk and low return. And rationalization. Whatever you are following, you have to rationalize to the standards, benchmarking. Yeah, there may be an ISO standard, ISA. Yeah, so you rationalize whatever the process you are following to that process, which is the standard. Yeah, the company which is role model for your company. You rationalize your whatever the process you are following to that to company which you make it as a role model, or to the, yeah, you want to grow big like them. So you make whatever they are doing. Next is re-engineering. Re-engineering is business process re-engineering, which we will be focusing on ERP. Re-engineering is whatever I am doing right now, I need to edit it and correcting that to suit to the technology. So for my body measurement, the dress which are available in the ready-made won't fit. So what do? I will get a material and I'll stitch it to my body measurement. So stitching it to the organization is a re-engineering of business process re-engineering. So you stitch the process to the existing organization. So paradigm shift, we often use this in so many conferences. Yeah, paradigm shift is the change, complete redesigning than existing. Yeah, you are no more that organization. You are completely changed the way you look, the way you operate, the way you produce product, the way everything has been changed here. Because you think that whatever you are doing is not getting the reaching your goal. So you have been changed the entire organization into a paradigm shift. So it may be the culture, it may be the employees, it may be the infrastructure. So world-class infrastructure is provided to the organization, and German technology has been imported. All this are an example for paradigm shift, complete makeover. Yeah, from traditional businesses to the modern. Yeah, you cannot recognize it. The complete redesigning of the organization is called paradigm shift. So the BPR is what is related to the ERP year. Out of these four, we take up re-engineering year, business process re-engineering. Yeah. Whenever you want to do ERP implementation, you have to do the business process re-engineering. Business process re-engineering is the requirement of the ERP implementation whenever you are implementing any ERP software in your organization. So brings out the deficiency of existing setup. BPR brings out the deficiency of existing setup. Whatever the deficiencies I have, you highlight it, because we say we are good, we are right, we hide our deficiencies. Yeah, but when you are implementing ERP, you have to bring out those deficiencies and tell these are the deficiencies we are facing, so we need to correct it. So how do you correct it? You have to manage the outcome. One sec, I'll just put the plug on. It is showing low charge. I'll just put the plug. So you have to focus on the task, not on the one sec. You have to focus on the results here. Yeah, you have to focus on the results here, and then you have to use the outcome as a process, perform process, and you have to capture information from the source. For all that, you should know the process of BPR. So BPR involves, first you need to understand what you are doing. Yeah, many times we don't know what the problem we are facing. So problem defined clearly is off solved. You should know what the problem you are facing first. Yeah, I know only the symptoms. I have a problem. There may be some symptoms. Maybe people are leaving the company, or people are not working properly. That may be a symptom. But what is the problem, actual problem, that you should know. So you have to understand the existing system associated with all the functions. So then you have to improve. How do you improve? Draft and frame the possibilities and ways to simplify and eliminate the process. Whatever is not required, you eliminate. Say you are following, you might have known the Mysore one. Mysore one is a facility where you get so many operations in Bangalore one, Mysore one. They did single window offices. Yeah, in single window, you get so many things done in one window. You don't have to go to the multiple offices. So you remove the unwanted things. So cut down unwanted functions and make it, yeah, improve it. So you have so many, say student has to get the admission for the university, he has to go to the so many counters, pay the fee, give the fee receipt to somebody, take the application somewhere, submit the application somewhere. All these are the problem which universities, all the colleges, universities are facing. The student has to roam around so many counters, so many clerk to get the admission or to get the marks card or get the certificates. So you have to cut down unnecessary roaming, unnecessary functions. Yeah, you have just recruited somebody and you have given him some job. You cut down that. So you make function to, the organization to work efficiently is to cut down unnecessary things and to improvise the process. So that is called business process reengineering. Otherwise, the student will be, if you have to go to the hospital also, now all of them have implemented so many software, everything happens in a one shot, one counter. But if it is not implemented, you have to go to the multiple chambers, multiple counters to get the things done. In government offices, we do face this every day. So going to many desks, many people meeting them, which has led to the corruption altogether. So the cutting down unnecessary or eliminating the processes are necessary, and then improvise, and then you put the software. Otherwise, it will not work. You have too many processes, too many people, unnecessary headache. The IT will not work. So it's a waste of implementation if you don't put that. Oh, someone has to mute it. Someone is driving, I think. There is a disturbance. So you have a re-engineering, say college bookstore. You get the book list from the instructor, go to the bookstore and search for the book. All the books are available. Yes, then purchase. No, order is missing the books. Purchase books that are available. Return to bookstore again. Then purchase. These are the things which are following before. To get the books for the library. Get the book list from the instructor, all the teachers, and go to the bookstore, and whether it is available or not, then you check whether it is available, then you make a purchase. If not, you go to the missed thing, and so you redesign. Receive an email from bookstore, click the link to log in to the bookstore website, form the list of books, purchase books via website, download books. E-books can also be delivered. All these are possible. That is redesigned. This is an older process. This is after BPR, after technology implementation. You have a manual method before. After technology implementation, you have this process. It is called business process reengineering. Now you have decided to go for ERP implementation. You have 3 options now. What are the options? One is to make by using your employees. Say Infosys wants to implement ERP for its new office in London. So what it can do, it can use its own engineers and can build its own ERP solution according to its requirement, because all of them are technically competent to build the technology. But there is a Reed and Taylor here, which manufacture cloths. It doesn't know what is technology. So all the people are into textile. Those people can buy from the available the market players. They can buy the ERP packages and implement to their organization, or they can customize the ERP by outsourcing it to Infosys or to TCS or some company. They can outsource it to some company and customize to their requirement. These are the 3 options available for IT implementation here, ERP implementation. One is using the internal resources who knows the technology already. Next is buying. Next is making it to using the external resources. It means outsourcing it to somebody. So you have decided to build the ERP solution. So you have to, first is using the internal resources. There may be lack of qualified manpower. There may be, it consumes cost and time. There may be many limitations like this: high employee turnover, poor software management skills, lack of seriousness. and lot of schedule gaps during, they may be working for some other project and you are putting the same people into implementation of ERP. So they cannot concentrate on the project and they cannot do this. So there may be people who are leaving the company, high employee turnover, and because of the stress which you have, so much of work is given to the employees who are existing. So normally project life is more because it takes time. You have to do along with your job and it should not disturb your everyday work. So it takes time. So frequently change in the scope with the approval of the management, that can be, there can be an advantage and there can be a disadvantage as well when you make the in-house ERP solution, internal. So there can be a user tested with lot of installation. This can be an advantage. No lead time requirement for software development, turn for more users and networks with adequate inbuilt securities. Yeah, there can sit in the latest hardware and software platform. You can buy whatever you want and you can build. It is like doing in-house. Yeah, we cook food in-house. We can buy whatever we want and we can cook the way we want. That's the way when we cook inside or when we giving it to the catering. That is our outsourcing. Yeah, they get whatever they make. You tell them, they make in, each has an advantage and disadvantages. So this is like that. So in-house making is people who are there will make it. Our outsourcing is outside the organization, people will make the. So you have to select the product now. What is the ERP product which are available in the market? Then you have to make the preparation, then production, implementation, and finally the post implementation. So what are the products which are available in the market that you have to select now? So what are the products which are available in the market? You should know the player. How do you select the product? Based on our success rate, reputation, number of installation, yeah, after sales support, customer care. So investment and money, yeah, investment, how much investment and the budget. So you should know the functionality, technology, and support, cost, all this you have to know. So these are the main players who are in the market. SAP is the market leader in the ERP software. Yeah, SAP is systems, application, and product explanation of SAP. So Microsoft, Oracle, Info, ERP Next, all these are the some of the software which are available. Majority of the companies, big companies, are using SAP software. I'll skip because of the time constraints. So the ERP can all have, it can be extended ERP also. I've skipped a few slides because of the time constraint. When you make the SAP selection, you have to know their technical expertise, domain knowledge, adequate manpower, project management skill, long existence in the field, and extra skills which are required. So lastly, beyond ERP is extended ERP. Extended ERP is connected to the design partners, supplier collaborations, and consumer and multiple distribution channels. It can be the communication channels, promotional channels, and the distribution channels, integrated marketing channels.